Life is full of drama, comedy, and tragedy. From the moment we emerge kicking and screaming into this world, we're stuck in a cycle of conflict, a never-ending wrestling match. We know that most of our relationships are between people who try to outmaneuver each other to get something for themselves. For instance, to get the last slice of pizza. Even in our most intimate relationships, we try to get our own slice of happiness. People compete to get what they want and pretend to be interested in the other person's problems while they try to live a good life. For some people, living means keeping their heads above water while everything around them is on fire. For others, living can be like comforting a crying baby while riding a roller coaster. There's a constant struggle within us and in our relationships. It's a tug of war where we're pulling for our own selves, in a potluck where we bring our own dishes but fight over food. And yet, in the wondrous chaos of life, we have time to be creative. We write poetry, compose music, and make art. As we juggle our inner demons while riding a unicycle on a tightrope, we try to create a masterpiece. We feel frustrated but tell ourselves to be patient and persistent, as the greater the difficulty, the greater the glory. In our creativity, enjoying the process is more important than getting a successful outcome. We learn this when we realize our cats and dogs are more popular than us on Instagram. Humanity has achieved great success in various endeavors, like going to the moon or living under the sea. But we fail to achieve world peace. There is much conflict and struggle around the world. Even when we don't live in a conflict zone, there is conflict or struggle in our homes and within ourselves, such as our struggle with finding matching socks or deciding whether to order pizza or sushi for dinner. But beauty doesn't come from conflict. Isn't it peaceful and beautiful to listen to a babbling brook and gaze upon a breathtaking mountain? When we watch a sunset that makes our eyes water, both literally and figuratively, we're not thinking how hard the sunset had to fight or struggle to be beautiful. No, at that moment, there's just peace and beauty. Peace can be elusive, but is essential for us to enter the Zen state of being. What if you wake up one morning, sip your tea or coffee, and realize you're free of all the drama? You may feel you're floating on a cloud made of cotton candy. So, what's the root cause of conflict and struggle? What's at the bottom of a bottomless pit? There's no clear answer, just uncertainty. Mired in the chaos, we should figure it out without analysis, because analysis is just a fancy term for making excuses. As the root of conflict lies in life's fabric, whose threads keep unraveling, we must feel our way into a new way of thinking. Instead of dissecting our problems like how biology students dissect a frog, we just take a step back and observe. We've been conditioned to analyze everything. Do you feel exhausted because you overanalyze every situation? When someone smiles at you, do you analyze whether he likes you? Or is he just having gas and trying not to burp or fart? Can you stop analyzing, stop overthinking, and stop rationalizing? Can you just be? When you stop analyzing, you stop being dramatic. When you're on a roller coaster, instead of your brain thinking that you're going to die, you just let go and enjoy the ride. Analyzing implies division. There's the analyzer and the analyzed, a never-ending fight between two people who are convinced they're right, although they're both wrong. You spend time analyzing your feelings, and at the end, you're still where you started, just carrying more baggage. Analysis is like being blindfolded while trying to swat a swarm of bees. It won't work. We need a new approach. So, what's the alternative to analysis? Maybe it's time to ditch the analyzers and just live. Not just exist in a state of constant conflict, but experience life in its chaotic, confusing, and beautiful glory. Let's embrace the absurdity that makes life entertaining. If we laugh at our struggles and find a moment of peace amidst the madness, we may discover that the beauty of life lies in its funny paradoxes and quirky imperfections. After all, who doesn't love a good comedy? Analysis isn't just a one-time deal. It's an infinite loop, a catchy song you can't get out of your head, and while you're busy analyzing, life is happening all around you. You're trying to solve a puzzle, but the pieces keep changing shape. That's what happens when we try to analyze ourselves and our problems. We pedal hard, but the bike isn't moving forward because its wheel isn't touching the ground. When you see the futility of analysis, a weight lifts off your shoulders. You realize that you can't fit a square peg into a round hole. So, you free yourself from the burden of analysis, unleashing the power of your mind, which becomes sharp, alive, and sensitive. The problem with analysis is that it's based on our limited knowledge and experience. To see the whole picture, we must observe without our ego getting in the way. No more division between the observer and the observed, no miscommunication, and no conflict. So, try to observe something without judgment, without your past experiences and biases clouding your vision. Look at a tree, a river, or a mountain, and just see it for what it is. Don't label it, don't analyze it, just observe. And then, try doing the same thing with yourself. Look at your thoughts, your emotions, without judgment or justification. Just observe. The observer can be a critical friend who points out every flaw. When we look at things through the lens of our ego, we fail to see reality. But can you observe without your ego? It's possible. Try it now. Look at the world without any judgment or preconceived notions, just pure observation. It's like taking off your heavy boots and walking barefoot at the beach. You feel lighter, more comfortable, and in touch with reality. Your ego is just a collection of memories, experiences, and biases. It's not the real you. The real you can observe without judgment, without conflict. And that's when the magic happens. You'll have great freedom, high energy, and a passion for life that's unstoppable. So, don't wait for an external revolution to change your life. The only revolution you need is within you. It's the revolution of understanding, of seeing the world and yourself in a new light. You can live without conflict, without division, and without analysis. It's a transformative way of living, and it's waiting for you to discover it and unlock your potential. Now, this question arises. What is action? Beyond the act of moving, action is about aligning your moves with your ideas and dreams, which may or may not go according to plan. Action is always trying to catch up with some ideal version of itself, attempting to take a selfie at the best angle. The angle is never perfect or complete, and neither is analysis. But letting go of the imperfect or incomplete action leads to total action. The process of analysis can make you feel dizzy and confused. When you step away from the clutter of analysis, you are free to look at the world with fresh eyes. Suddenly, a fruit tree isn't just a tree with fruits. It's also a living umbrella, thermostat, and air purifier. You'll find the joy to explore new ideas and enjoy life. So, next time you're faced with the urge to overanalyze everything, remember that true clarity comes from stepping back and embracing total observation. You see the entire map instead of getting lost in a maze of details. Life is too short to get bogged down by the nitty-gritty of analysis. Embrace the chaos, cherish the moments, and cultivate the inner revolution. With a little humor and a lot of heart, you can navigate life with grace and clarity, leaving behind the struggles of your ego and stepping into the joy of being alive. Now go forth and observe the world with a big smile on your face. Thank you for watching. If you find this video insightful, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.